Hello, my friends. Oh, let's change the angle of that lamp. There we go. And welcome in, little crocodile. Felix, Constellatio, Triboligus. So good to see you. Yes, cheese to make the mouse happy. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe those scary cats of Constellatio frightened it into better behavior. Um, I hadn't charged it in a little while, so that might be part of it, but I was charging it and still nothing was happening, and I turned it off and back on again a bunch of times, and finally something happened, so I managed to get our new screen going. So more goodness is coming with that new screen. Eventually it will be chat controllable. I'm super excited for. So we are heading in that direction. I have multiple options for different video clips to show on it. Wow. Video clips. We don't say that in American English. What language am I thinking in? Is it French? Is it Esperanto? Yeah, something like that. Code switching is a thing we do here, and that's okay. Thank you all for your patience today. The first thing I did this morning was I got on the phone with the people that sold me this lovely TV for $35, which is exactly the same size and quality as my parents' TV. And let me tell you, they didn't pay only $35 for theirs. But that's because they didn't wait as long to get one as I did. Caladion, code switching with the best of them. Way to go. I love to see it. And the truth is, they looked in the back and they don't have a remote for this TV. So that means my solution is going to be to get myself a universal remote and see if that works. I hope that will work. Caladion is specifying to Constellatio that he is saying hi, not leave. Very good, very good, very good. We like to keep our mods around. Very grateful for our mods. Can we get some mod love in the chat, by the way? Okay, so yeah, it's been an exciting last 15 minutes trying to get that sorted out, but yeah, it's finally sorted out, and our plan for the day is Duolingo. But I thought I would just start out, since it's November 1st, I thought I would start out with some little bit of chit chat about Movember, Movemo/NaNoWriMo, which is a challenge I've never participated in before, but I am giving the Esperanto version a try, and the Esperanto version, Movemo, has 4 different tracks, and I am jumping into 2 of those tracks this year, and I'm not setting myself a quantity goal. It's more of a participation goal for me on my very first year. And so I want to show you. Let's see, a pile of stuff here. I got some notebooks ready, and so the Esperanto version has a reading track, a writing track, an editing track, and a translation track. And I finished a big translation project recently, and I enjoyed it so much that if I had a translation project that I felt ready to jump into today, I would do it. There is the tiniest percentage of a chance that translation may add itself to this month for me, but the ones that I know for sure I'm committed to is reading. So I'm going to be reading every day from these 2 books, which, if I angle them correctly, you can read. There we go. Lydia, The Life of Lydia Zamenhof, Daughter of Esperanto, so daughter of the founder of Esperanto, and La Familio Zamenhof, which does have a chapter about Lydia. I did say it wrong at first, and then I realized, wait, that's something else. I how to say no? If I have been. No, we're not. We're. This is not a place I meant to go. I have more lip hair than I want to. It's not. It's not. It doesn't bring me joy. So, I have plenty. Thank you. Yeah, it's all. It's there. Maybe I'll go the other direction instead. So that's the reading I'm going to be doing, and it is in service of writing ultimately, because I have a writing project that I want to do in the future that has to do with Lydia, and so I'm doing research for that, and these are the 2 books I have for that research. And the other thing that I want to do this month that I prepared some notebooks for, one notebook for the research. Please don't slide off. Okay, stay put. 1 notebook for the research and 1 notebook for a writing project. So I have gotten a wild hair in watching YouTube shorts from within the language learning community. There is a particular style of sketch that's become popular right now. And I haven't seen an Esperanto version of it, and I think an Esperanto version of it would be really fun. And so I'm going to try and write ideas for sketches for that concept, around that concept. So it's one concept, and one could do a variety of sketches on it. So those are my 2 projects that I'm planning on working on this month for Monda Verk Monato Mo Ve Mo. And Constellatio kindly put a link to that in the chat in case anybody else is interested in giving it a go. And Constellatio also has that biography. Very, very good. Coffee time. So, let me have a quick look and see. I wanted to do just a little bit of story time before we started into voting so that we would have, more than 1 or 2 people. We've got more than 1 or 2 people here. I'm going to jump into Duolingo, and we need to talk about first we need to talk about why do I have my streamer song list overlay on? It doesn't need to be on. There we go. Not singing songs today. We're doing language learning today. We like all of that, but some days we do one thing, some days we do another thing. So, I've been dipping my toes back into Swedish recently, been really enjoying that, but I wanted to make a decision together with you all, starting with discussion and then with a vote. So, I saw some people throw out some suggestions in the Discord. I saw people suggesting German, Spanish, Welsh, and let me look. What was the other one? Welsh and Klingon. Spanish, German, Welsh, and Klingon were the... Welsh was just mothballed? That's sad to hear. Let's have a look at what the options are. I'm logged into... Wait. Let's go to just browsing. I'm logged into Klingon. I'm not. What did I say that for? I'm logged into Swedish at the moment. And these are the ones that I have ever logged into and tried. Shall we add a twist? Discussion in the language you did before. Vi pratar svenska nu. Jag gillar pratar om svenska, men jag kan inte så mycket på svenska. I'm on section 2, unit 6, supposedly, but I literally just logged into this, and I haven't done any Swedish on Duolingo for years. No, it's okay. It's a good suggestion, Felix, but hang on. I just realized I have earphones in that I shouldn't. That's not necessarily going to be conducive. Let's take those out. I like the idea. It would be cool to decide in Swedish what language I'm going to jump into next. But what I want to see... Oh, here we go. Add a new course. All right. Here's the big list. All right. It's not in alphabetical order. Meh. I see Scottish Gaelic, but I don't... Oh, here's Welsh. Okay, so it may be some Welsh. Maybe Welsh being mothballed, I don't know what that means exactly for us. Constellatio, it might be similar to how Esperanto is no longer updated in any way whatsoever. Like, people can submit a feedback that says this is wrong, but nobody's going to do anything about it. And we don't expect anybody ever will do anything about it. So minority languages, and unfortunately that includes Welsh with twice as many, not quite, twice as many learners as the Esperanto course, still considered a minority language. I was wondering the other day, I ran into something and I was thinking, is that Danish? And if so, wow, it looks a lot like Swedish. The one thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna cross Norwegian off the list. Norwegian is not under consideration. Bella Fran, hello, saluton. I'm not gonna do Norwegian because I am currently learning Swedish and I'm serious about it. I will eventually be able to speak Swedish, and if I mess around with Norwegian now, I'm just going to get real confused because they are way too similar to each other. So I would really like to stay away from languages that are extremely Swedish similar, and I know Norwegian is like that. I don't know whether or not Danish is like that, but I'm hoping to stay away from languages that are really close in the family. All three very similar. Yeah. So as much as someday maybe Norwegian and Danish, today is not that day, but I'm gonna other than that, I'm not gonna say no to anything. So only Norwegian and Danish are off the table then. I've been really interested in how many cognates I see with Swedish between knowing some German and knowing English. I've seen a lot of cognates, and I'm wondering where else those cognates are. Like Danish, how similar is it to... I always thought Danish was the language that was kind of a little bit like German and a little bit like English, but I'm feeling like Swedish kind of sort of is almost in that category as well, but that doesn't mean it's off the table. I'm just fascinated by where the family resemblances are. All right, so I don't see you all jumping in with a lot of suggestions. I see Felix mentioning Navajo. Let's scroll around and find that. There we are. Navajo is down here. Yiddish is a language that has... When I was a child, my family had certain fixed phrases that they said, and when I was really little, I thought they were all German. And then when I got a little older, I found out, not through my family, that some of those words were not German, but were Yiddish. So Yiddish is also a language I'm interested in because I have some sort of a family connection with Yiddish, and I don't know what that is. I think probably only a blood test could tell me what that is. But that would be very interesting. So you all are not feeling very bossy. How about if I put some languages on a poll and put that poll up for a vote because it is already half past and I would love to get started on learning something. So let's start a poll. What language, why am I hungry already? Should I start with today? We're gonna write down Swedish, I want something new that I don't have in my list already. Portuguese, and that's Brazilian Portuguese, according to the flag here. Something else that's already on my list. Let's see. Felix, I think it was, said Russian was interesting. Russian. Okay, something else that's not on my list yet. And here's the terrible thing. While I'm making a poll, I can't see chat. Let's fix that by... Where'd I put my phone? There, I put my phone. Okay, let's fix that by looking at chat here so that I can make sure to take in any last minute comments that you all have. Stream manager. It's not going to show me what happened over the last however many seconds I've had this poll up. Okay. So, if you all made a comment since I put the poll up that has to do with a language suggestion, you'll need to make it again because I can't see those things that you did. But I'm going to add, I'll add Indonesian. I see Bella Fran's suggestion. Swedish is my first pitch accent language, and I think it makes logical sense for me to try pitch accent, mastering something with a pitch accent before I get into tones, although I've been learning a little bit about Chinese tones, which I find fascinating. Is 4 enough? Japanese is also pitch accent. Okay, we'll throw Japanese on there. Okay. Is this good? Swedish, Portuguese, Russian, Indonesian, Japanese? Can we agree to that as a starting point? And keep in mind, after the first half hour, I'll open it up to getting bossed around by y'all with bits to make me change languages to something else. So we're going to start this. We're going to make it a 2-minute poll. I love y'all's suggestions. I'm so happy. This is going to be really fun. Okay, make sure to get your votes in. And meanwhile, I'm going to caffeinate myself. And I do have a snack in case of emergency. So, if I get hungry, hungry enough that I need to do something about it, I got that. So far, we've got 2 votes for Russian and 1 vote for Japanese. Poll is just about halfway over. Good idea, Felix. Oh, we're tying it up for Russian and Japanese. How could I not have guessed we might have a tie? Oh, Swedish is now in the running with 1 vote. I guess the smart thing for me to do is not vote in case you guys make a tie happen. Because if I vote and then make a tiebreaker, then I'm voting twice, basically. So I think I should not vote in case y'all need me to do a tiebreaker. All right, we've got Swedish for 1 vote. Russian has 2 votes. Japanese now has 3 votes. We are down to the wire. Time is running out. Seconds remain to get your vote in to decide which language I'm going to learn today. I definitely did not expect Japanese to be the one. It's very exciting. And it's Japanese with 50% of the vote. Oh my goodness. I am so excited, you guys. I would never have been learning Japanese today if it weren't for you. So, there are 2 truths, says Duolingo, about Japanese culture. First, it is celebrated the world over. Film, food, literature, music, art, all of it. Second, to best appreciate it, you must learn Japanese. With Duolingo, you'll start speaking Japanese and reading its 3 writing systems. Yes, even kanji. Learn Japanese and confidently order tonkatsu at a 10-seat side alley Tokyo ramen shop or cheerfully check into a Hokkaido onsen. Never read awkwardly translated manga or watch dubbed anime again. I'm feeling so called out for watching dubbed anime right now. You may already be curious about the culture behind the world's 3rd largest economy: sushi, haikus, karate, zen, and Pokemon. Once you start learning Japanese, you'll realize that's just the beginning. All right, course contributors, 4 course contributors. Very, very cool. 17.5 million active learners learn Japanese from English. Start course. I got all the way up to the Diamond League, you guys, and I tried for several weeks. I would say maybe even like a month and a half. Learning Japanese from the first time, start from scratch, that's me. And I did not succeed at getting top of the Diamond League. And I have a feeling that for me, it may require having the paid version of Duolingo to do that, which I do not currently have. And so that little achievement has yet to be unlocked. Triabologus could have tied it, but I didn't. All right. Even so, there would be a chance we would have wound up here. It's true. All right, you're ready for a new lesson, but first read a few tips. Welcome to Japanese. Japanese has 3 writing systems. In hiragana, which you can use to write most Japanese words, each character represents a syllable. Now, what I want to know is, does it represent a syllable or a moru? A syllable is a sound chunk that contains 1 vowel. And I can't read those syllables, so I don't know how to pronounce them. Example 1 has 1 syllable. Example 2 has 2. Mora. Mora. Thank you. So mora is more... What example can I give? Because I don't actually know Japanese. There are examples in the differences between American English and British English where the length of some vowels is different in those 2 dialects. And when it, like, the reason I'm familiar with that is as an actor, it's one of the really big bugaboos that even professional actors make mistakes when they are trying to speak the other dialect, unless they have a coach that's very specifically makes them aware of how to pronounce that vowel with appropriate length. Maybe one example And some of you can probably correct me because I think there's some people in chat who know some Japanese, but isn't Tokyo 3 moru with what we would consider a longer length O sound, like a double length O sound. Hiragana lessons are located in a separate path, says Constellatio, and do not count towards double XP. Ditto other character script lessons. Interesting. I've never achieved consistency, says Felix, in writing English between British and American. Felix, I know what you mean. When I was a pre-teen or maybe early teen, I started preferring British spelling. For Mora in Tokyo. For Mora, 2 syllables. Both O's are long. Ah, that way of writing it, Constellatio, tells my brain. In Swedish, with the pitch accent, it's not normally written with all sorts of diacritical marks over the top of the clapping method is a good method. Yay! Swedish isn't normally written with all sorts of diacritical marks, but when it is, they usually use one of these and one of these to represent the 2 different pitch accents. But the second pitch accent is more accurately in my brain, like it makes more sense in my brain to see it written as a tilde, because that's the shape of the pitch accent that you make with your tone. Okay. No spaces between words. What? Wait, what? You guys, did you know this? In hiragana, each character represents a syllable and there are no spaces between words? How can you tell what's what? That's fascinating. We use romanji to represent Japanese sounds using the Roman alphabet. Sushi to mizu. Sushi. Oh, it said something. Hang on. Let me put my ears on and then make sure that you guys can hear it. Bella Fran says, I remember hearing that this is why kanji is important since they kind of visually split it up. I thought this was kanji, which is derived from Old Chinese. Okay, so far they've mentioned hiragana and romanji, but not kanji yet. No spaces in CJK languages. Wait, Claudion, what's a CJK language? We don't need them. In other words, you gotta really know your kana and wait until you get katakana introduced. I vaguely think I might have a book about kana and a book about katakana. I'll have to look for that. All right. Oh, hover in here. Did you hear? I think you heard, but it was very quiet. Should I turn the desktop audio up for you all? Ah, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Thank you. In stereo, we're available from Claudion and Felix at the same time. I love it. All right. Sushi desu. Sushi desu. Verbs go at the end. Okay. It's sushi. Sushi desu. Okay. Sushi to mizu. Sushi to mizu. How is the volume of the Duolingo for you all? To me, I can't hear what you hear, but it looks low compared to the volume of my voice in the mixer. It's not a real mixer. It's the mixer visualizer in OBS. I don't have an actual physical mixer yet, so I don't have an actual... I can't hear what you hear, which I will be able to when I get a real mixer. The only thing about Japanese I know is that they use 4 alphabets and can mix them all in one sentence. Oh my gosh. And I know how important it is to learn to read. Historically, I have been less... It's strange. I've always been a reader. in English. Writing systems. Sometimes we use the word alphabet to mean ways to write things, but you're right, it's technically something more specific. I've been, when it comes to languages other than English, less motivated to work on my reading skills. I really crave being able to understand people speaking the language and being able to communicate with people verbally in the language. Sushi. I want to hear the others. Ocha. Mizu. Sushi. Gohan. So, I don't know how pitch accent works in Japanese yet. But I can hear that there's something going on. Okay. We're into the chai thing again. So this is a cognate with T. Cha. Mizu. There's something about my final vowel that's not like what he's saying. Mizu. Okay, I think maybe my American English accent wants to really shove my lips forward and round my lips for that vowel. And what I'm hearing him saying doesn't have that roundingness to it. Script. Script is a good word. Script is a handy technical linguistic term for writing system, and it's only one syllable. Very nice. And I like that, that dancing bird. It might not be a bird. Is it a bird or is it a, what's the word I'm looking for? A knight with a face visor. Although it kind of looks like feathers at the back, but sometimes knights have feathers on the back of their helmet. Okay, mizu. It's, hold on, I'm checking the vortaro. Okay. Sushi kudasai. Hover over words to see what they mean. Kudasai. Please. Kudasai. Kudasai means please and the age of and years old. No, the last half of it means the age of and years old and year old, and the very last part of it means be. Is that what all of that means? Oh, I can hover over each symbol and see the alternate meanings. Oh. Kudasai. Kudasai. For moru. Corvo. Cool. Okay. Sushi, please. Sushi kudasai. Was I supposed to set a timer? I was supposed to set a timer. Set timer 20 minutes. Uh-oh. Hey, we've got a hint here. It's either mi, shi, or mi, zu. Mizu or mishi. I remember seeing this hook before. That doesn't mean that this is the word for water. Oh wait, I can hover over this. Mizu. Okay, so they're showing it. I have seen this symbol written before. This one right here. I've seen this. But when you write it fully out, not combined, it looks like that. I'm feeling boggled. He's not our guest, he's our overlord. It does feel that way sometimes. Okay, my toes are cold. I have to turn on my little feet heater thing here. All right. All right. Let's get focused. Water. Mizu.
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 Mizu. That sounds like mizu going up each time. And I have to remember that I am mirrored, so I have to go like this. Mizu. That's what I'm hearing. That's going to mess my brain up. Because this, to me, is pointing back towards the beginning of the sentence. But, hey. Streamer's life. Zari, that's 5 in a row. Love this for you. Zari's so enthusiastic. All right, which one of these is rice?
Gohan.
Gohan. Gohan. Gohan. I'm aware that N is sometimes a moru of its own. Moru, is that right? I scroll up. Because Claudion said it. Mora. 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 Gohan. And in English, N can't be a syllable all by itself, but mora aren't syllables. They're beats. And we just don't have those in English. Syllable final n is mora. Okay.
Gohan kudasai.
Gohan. Gohan kudasai. That's rice, please. I didn't even have to look at the list. Rice, please. Gohan kudasai.
Mizu kudasai.
Mizu kudasai. Water, please.
Mizu kudasai.
Mizu kudasai. Rice. Gohan.
Go.
Ooh. Nope.
Ha.
Ha. That was very ha. Gohan. Rice. Gohan. Gohan. Can we get a pun bomb in the chat for Theobologist, please? 10 in a row. What a rush. Like the first time I climbed Everest. Show timer. Which one of these is green tea? Well, ocha. Oh, no, don't tell me about green tea, Siri. Green tea. I just want you to leave the timer up. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's not the timer. Why is this so difficult, Siri? My goodness. Oh well, it'll tell me when the time is over. Until then, I just focus. Advises chat that n does not function like the Esperanto accusative say it. Good to know, good to know. Okay. Ocha. So, it's not just tea, it's green tea. Good to know.
Sushi kudasai.
Sushi, please. Sushi kudasai. Green tea. Ocha.
Cha.
Ocha. Green tea. Ocha.
Cha.
Aliena! What is going on? Oh, Constellatio, are you gifting subs to lurkers? I'm sorry I called you out. Our lurkers can lurk very peacefully without being called out. I made a mistake, but thank you for that gift sub, Constellatio. That's very, very kind. And wait, my streamer song list overlay is back on again. Sorry about that, guys. It's not a music day. All right, we've got green tea. Ocha,
お茶
please. Kudasai.
ください。
Water. Mizu.
水、
Mizu. Mizu. Rice. Gohan.
ご飯、
Gohan. Sushi. Sushi. Save the best for last. Nice, Bella.
お茶ください。
Green tea, please. Ocha kudasai. Gohan kudasai.
ご飯ください
Green tea is ocha.
お茶
Please is kudasai.
ください
Water mizu.
水
Mizu. That last ooh sound, I'm making the wrong shape. And you know, along with being able to recognize the writing systems and know what sounds each of the symbols in the writing systems make, that other super important thing at the very, very beginning of a language learning journey is knowing how to pronounce those sounds correctly. And for me, when I look up, okay, pronunciation guide, and it gives me a comparative in my language and an IPA transliteration, neither of those things is enough for me. I don't have a working use of the IPA, which, yes, I'm ashamed of that, but I'm less nerdy of a language learner than you probably think I am. I'm kind of a practical language learner. So the thing that helps me the most is an actual diagram that shows, no matter how simplified, the position of the tongue, the location of the resonance in the mouth, front to back, etc. IPA learning stream. Hi, Lounge at Leaflet. Welcome in. First of all, lol. Hi. Secondly, this is awesome. You're streaming this. Really unique and cool. You would be shocked, Lounge at Leaflet, how many Duolingo streamers there are. Duolingo as a category on Twitch has almost 40,000 followers. There are so many language learning nerds out there. Now, are there a lot of viewers or a lot of streamers doing Duolingo at any given time? Maybe not, but there are a lot of people in the world who like Duolingo. But the thing is, I'm using Duolingo as a that's my category that I go to whenever I'm doing a language learning stream, even if I'm not actually doing Duolingo content, because it's kind of the generic, it's what we use as a symbol for language learning because it's the closest category that we have. Felix wasn't aware either. Do Duolingo speedrunners exist? Yes, and some of them live stream, and some of them do it on YouTube. There's a lot of language learning streamers and YouTubers that do speedruns. That's not me, as you've noticed. I'm just sitting here chatting with chat the whole time. If I were gonna do a speed run for Duolingo, I would probably have to not be streaming while I did it. But y'all, let me tell you about the Lounge at Leaflet. If you haven't visited them, they are a really fun community, and their content is also super unique and interesting and something I've never seen anybody do before. So Lounge at Leaflet may be pointing fingers and laughing at me for doing Duolingo, but they've got 3 more fingers pointing back at themselves because they do another super nerdy and awesome category, which is they do and a word is Jeopardy, that's the word I'm looking for. They do Jeopardy with chat, and everybody types in their answer as fast as they can, and they compete with each other. The Lounge at Leaflet are a couple, and they make it a drinking game. So all of us in chat, we don't have any fear of saying the wrong answer, but they've got to get the answer right or suffer the consequences. Are we closing in on an ad break? We are. It should be in about 3 minutes or so, and I'm going to take a stretch break when that happens. So let's see, where were we? Sushi.
寿司
Rice is gohan. No mistakes in this lesson. Amazing. I can't afford to make mistakes, you guys, because I don't have Super Duolingo, and if I'm going to keep going and I run out of hearts, what am I going to have to do? I actually have like a secret spare account that I could log into, but I don't want to do that because it's a secret account. I don't want to do that. So we're going to be really careful to get as many answers right as possible. Woo, my first one-day streak, y'all. I haven't been doing Duolingo in so long. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. I can do it 3 days. No, I can't, but that's okay. Duolingo is now available in dark mode. What do you guys think? I prefer dark mode, and I can adjust my lighting. This is great. This is great. I like this. I like this much better. How do you all feel? Oh, Lounge at Leaflet likes it. Okay, cool, cool. All right, Section 1, Unit 1, order food, describe people. I like this. This is where I want to start with Japanese, ordering food. This is relevant to my interests. I like Japanese food, especially gohan.
ご飯
Water is mizu.
水
Hey, that u sound, u. It's like if you just don't do anything with your lips. You make the sound of a U, but you don't do the lips thing that we do with the U. Me too. I put everything in dark mode that allows it. Oh, yeah, I just love dark mode.
寿司
Green tea is ocha.
お茶
Please is kudasai.
寿司ください
Sushi kudasai. Oh! How did I do that? I was rushing. I knew very well it was sushi, please. Stop rushing. Okay, careful. Go slow. Ocha. Ocha. No more mistakes. We have a whole stream to get through, and it's only 4 p.m. We're going to be in a break in a moment here, just so you know. And when we go on a break for an ad break, I'm going to go on a BRB and stretch my legs, and maybe you all might like to as well. Mizu.
ず
I'm not really a linguistics nerd. Also, Elena knows basic Japanese phonetics that the average learner does. I do? I do?
寿司とご飯
Sushi to gohan. Sushi to gohan.
寿司ご飯
Wait.
寿司とご飯
Sushi to gohan. The interaction between the second and third syllables is interesting. Definitely not how my American English speaking brain interprets those syllables when I see it written in the Romanji. A lot of learners don't explicitly know about mora or how the Japanese u is different. Okay, well, for one thing, I can hear that the u is different. It took me 3 tries. I got there. So that's just general phonetics, I think, being applied to this language that I haven't studied before. And I know about mora because I watch a whole bunch of language content on YouTube, even when it's not in a language I'm actively studying. I follow people who do content about Japanese, Chinese, Korean. I hadn't planned to study any of those languages in the near future, but it's, to me, part of being a well-rounded language learner to learn some of the basics of how those languages work, because maybe I'll learn them someday, and even if I don't, we're in an ad break. Even if I don't, it'll still be worth it. Because it's still interesting. All right, I'm going to stretch my legs and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, hello, we are back, and I didn't realize, and maybe you all didn't either, that my screen had gone black and was no longer showing the pretty, jellyfish, that's the word in English. Hi, I can speak my own native language. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So, I'm going to finish this lesson in Japanese, and I am officially throwing open, at this point the timer went off while I was on break, and I'm officially throwing open the possibility for individual people in chat to tell me what language to study next. So for any 500 bits, I will change to another language for 20 minutes. And I promise I'm going to do so much better. I'm going to really focus at not just wasting time. It's hard because I like to chat with chat too, but I'm gonna definitely get in 20 minutes of going through the course, even if it's carefully, so because I can't afford to lose hearts too much. So I'm gonna go back. Nope, that's the wrong screen. This one. All right. Oh wait, I can't hear that till I put my ears on. Hello. There we go. All right.
寿司とご飯
Sushi to gohan. All right. Sushi and rice. Let's just double check that.
ご飯
Gohan. Rice. Gohan. Green tea and water. Ocha.
お茶
What was and? To?
To.
Gohan.
ご飯
Nope. That's rice. Mizu. Man, my lips just want to do the American thing and go, ooh. And that's... Japanese don't say ooh like a duck. Not ooh. Just ooh. Green tea. Ocha.
茶
Here's to 5 in a row. Here's to all the hearts I've broken. Whoops. All right. I'm getting little flashy stuff going on in the loading of the screens. I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing. Absolutely. And it's just an option for chat interaction. It's not going to change a thing. Like we might, I mean, yes, it will change things, but we can still enjoy this and have a good time even without that. So we may put up another chat vote at some point if I don't want to keep going in Japanese. If we decide as a group that we want another language, but that we don't want to do it with bits, then we can do it by another vote. So it's a-okay for you all to make more suggestions of doing another language, but if I decide to make a change and there aren't bits to make me make a change, then I will do that change by a chat vote so that everybody has a say. And we're experimenting. We're trying something new. We're seeing how it works. And then y'all can give me feedback in the Discord and make suggestions and all that good stuff. All right, please is kudasai.
ください
Kudasai. Kudasai. He definitely said kudasai. But I can't make him say it again. Oh, I want him to say it again. Rice. Gohan.
ご飯
Gohan. Sushi.
寿司
Sushi. Water. Mizu.
水
Mizu. Green tea. Ocha. They didn't
Gohan to
say
sushi.
ocha. Gohan to sushi. Rice and sushi. Right?
ご
Rice
飯
and sushi.
寿司
Rice and sushi.
水と寿司
These, are you seeing strange little flashes of other things as it loads in things like things that aren't supposed to be loading in and loading? Are you seeing weirdness when a new screen loads, or is that just me? I don't know what's going on. All right, tap what you hear.
水と寿司
Mizu to sushi. Mizu to sushi.
す
And that means water and sushi. Ah, yes, water and sushi.
水ください
Mizu kudasai. Water, please.
ください
Mizu kudasai. Which one of these is water? Not sushi, ocha, or gohan, but mizu.
水
Mizu. Mizu. 10 in a row. You're making big gains. Did you see that? Flashy, flashy, flashy? Or is it just me? I don't know. What's going on? Rice. Gohan.
ご飯
Gohan.
水とご飯ください
Mizu to gohan kudasai. Water and rice, please. Select the matching pairs, please. Kudasai.
ください
Sushi,
寿司
gohan,
ご飯
mizu,
水
mizu, ocha. Gohan,
ごは
gohan. Ha! It's very ha! Every time it's just that syllable. It's a powerful one. There's something about that H that's a little bit like Esperanto H with a hat.
は
Not quite, but there's something throaty, guttural, powerful about it. It's not quite H with a hat from Esperanto, but it's also not quite HA in English either. Ah, kitty! Did you see the kitty?
お茶と水
Ocha to mizu. Green tea and water. Really? That's a strange order. Green tea and... Is it water?
水
Yeah, okay. Maybe somebody's very thirsty. Or, maybe also could be an ADHD thing and just you want a drink for taste and a drink for hydration. You know? Like specific drinks for specific things. Possibly. All right, let's see. Matching pairs, water. Mizu,
水
please. Kudasai,
ください
rice. Gohan,
ご飯
sushi.
寿司
Green tea. Ocha. Weird flashy splashy stuff. I don't get
寿
it.
司
Okay, now we get to fix the mistakes. Sushi kudasai. I said sushi water instead of sushi please, but it's please. It's sushi please. Okay. Committed. This lesson took over 11 minutes. Way to power through. That's because my break happened in the middle of it. True, but all right. We got 15 XP, 95%. All right. Weird flashy stuff. Okay. About to set my streaming focus. There we go. All right. So, maybe let's continue on. Since nobody's jumping into chat and saying, "Oh, try this. Oh, try that," I will continue on until we finish this section 1, unit 1. This 1 star that we're working on. We're halfway there.
寿司とご飯
Sushi to gohan. Sushi and rice.
ご飯
Gohan. Sushi to gohan kudasai. Green tea, please. Ocha kudasai.
くださいお茶と水
Ocha to mizu. Green tea and water. Okay, this lesson is making me thirsty. water.
み、
水、
ず、
ず、
寿司です。
sushi desu. This is sushi. It's sushi. Sushi desu. A cake for 5 in a row. Okay, I'm comparing the two screens. You guys are not seeing the flickering weird stuff. It's like these two characters, they're popping in very briefly and in a flashy way above and below themselves. And so I think this has to do with my display having some sort of a problem. But it's not everything on the display. It's only these two characters at this moment. And sometimes it's something else. But I've been having this with the Duolingo website since I started today. But I don't usually do Duolingo on the PC. So I don't know. But I'm very happy to see that you guys aren't seeing that. It doesn't show up in my OBS display. Also, I'm kind of wondering if something got caught up with like, hang on, let me just. Okay, just checking. All right.
ご飯とお茶、
Gohan to cha, rice
ご飯
and
と
green
お
tea.
茶。ご飯とお茶、ご飯とお茶。
Ah, okay. Mizu desu.
水です。
Matching pairs. Rice is gohan,
ご飯、
sushi,
寿
sushi,
司、
green tea, ocha,
お茶、
water, mizu,
水、
mizu. Please kudasai. Which one of these is green tea? Ocha.
お茶。
It's rice. Gohan desu. Gohan desu.
ご、は、ん、で、
These starting and ending and middle sections just make all the difference in the world for me as an absolute beginner. Really, really helpful. I would have been struggling in the first few lessons if it hadn't been for these beginning and ending and middle hints that we're getting here. And I'm aware that we're not going to get spaces between words eventually in some of the writing systems, but I guess I'll be prepared for that when it comes, I hope. 10 in a row. All cheers to that.
お茶です。
Ocha desu. This is, it's green tea. It's green tea. Rice, please. Gohan kudasai.
ご飯ください。
Which one of these is rice? Gohan,
ご飯。寿司と水、
sushi to mizu.
す、し、と、み、ず。
All right, matching pairs time. Green tea. Ocha,
お茶、
rice. Gohan,
ご飯、
water. Mizu.
水、
Sushi, sushi.
寿司、
Please, kudasai.
水とお茶です。
Mizu to cha desu. Mizu to... Oh. Mizu to... Mizu to cha desu. Mizu to... Mizu to cha desu. Mizu to cha desu. Mizu to cha desu. Okay.
水とお茶です。
Mizu to cha... Mizu to cha desu. Mizu to cha desu. Okay, water and green tea. It's goes at the beginning of the sentence. They almost got me. It's water and green tea.
寿司とご飯です。
Sushi to gohan desu.
寿
Sushi
司
to
と
gohan
ご飯
desu.
です。
It's sushi and rice. Matching pairs, green tea, ocha,
お茶、
water, mizu,
水、
sushi, sushi,
寿司、
rice, gohan,
ご飯
Please, ください. No mistakes in this lesson. Amazing. Wager 50 gems? How about no? How about no thanks? Okay, we are into ordering food and describing people. Here we go. What? Oh, I'm in section 1, rookie. I've never seen this like this before. I don't understand. Okay. Ordering food. Wrapping up this level. Show off what you've learned and earn a special reward.
寿司とご飯です。
Sushi to gohan desu. It's sushi and rice. It's sushi and rice.
ご飯とお茶
Gohan to cha. Gohan to ocha.
お茶
Rice and green tea.
ご飯と水です
Gohan to mizu desu. This brings up an issue that is going to have to be discussed at some point, and that is that Japanese is a very gendered language in that there are different ways of speaking depending on how you are performing your gender. And it's rather traditional, and I am not traditional. Pauline, welcome. Saluton, saluton. Kiel estas la japana hodiaŭ? Interesa. La japana estas interesa hodiaŭ. So I'm non-binary, and that makes a challenge for me because this is a challenge that many languages are facing on one level or another. But my perception of Japanese, as limited as it is, and I am a complete and utter beginner, but my perception of Japanese is that there is more to the distinctions between how women speak Japanese and how men speak Japanese than the distinctions that exist in some other languages. And I know that non-binary people exist in Japan, but I don't know how they are performing their gender in context of how they speak their language. Maybe there's a YouTuber out there who's making stuff about that. If so, it's probably all in Japanese for native speakers of Japanese. I would love to watch. Maybe there's subtitles. I doubt the Japanese are inclined to follow this trend. Well, the thing is that there are more and more foreigners living in Japan, and I think that does change things somewhat. I think that non-traditional gender expression may be regarded as a rather foreign thing. However, foreign people and foreign things are more accepted now than they were 30 years ago in Japan. But I still don't know the answers to these questions. If anybody has any suggestions for, say, YouTubers I should follow or any information at all, I would be so fascinated to learn more about whether that's, people in the trans community in Japan. But yeah, it's an interesting issue for many, many languages. Honestly, I think Swedish has had Swedish has made one simple change, and it seemed to happen very easily. It came from a proposal that happened, I don't know when, maybe in the 70s, and never took off. And then all of a sudden, everyone decided, you know what? We should have a pronoun that's for everybody so that we don't have to tell children every single time we say anything, if they're a boy or a girl. We want to be able to let kids just be kids and not put gender expectations on them, and just treat them like kids instead of saying boys are like this and girls are like this, and just let's just be kids. And it happened very quickly. So is my understanding. Please feel free to correct me. I know Felix may know a lot more about this than I do. But it seems like they had a suggestion that had been made before, and then the time came when they felt like it's time to do that. And you wanted to learn a language. Now we're discussing a sensitive political issue. Yes, but the unfortunate truth is that for people who are any type of minority, whether that's non-binary people or disabled people or ethnically minority people, just living your life is political. And so it's not going to be possible, as much as I wanted in the beginning, to have a stream where everybody feels comfortable all the time. I can't do that and be completely true to myself. Are you a teacher? I am. You do extremely well at not just elaborating on the topics you bring up, but have a vast knowledge of these topics, which are a lot. You have a lot of strong qualities when speaking. Thank you so much. Yes, I am a teacher. I am a trained teacher both in languages, and I had a previous career in which I was also a teacher in a completely different subject, which is not languages, but now languages is what is left in my repertoire. So let's see, where were we? The way Zara speaks is a very, very feminine way of speaking, and I think that's great. But I feel funny when I imitate that way of speaking. It would feel silly to me to talk that way. And so I have to be completely honest, and I didn't expect to be feeling emotional about this, but this is why I haven't tried to learn Japanese before, because I felt that there was no way of me meeting people's expectations and being true to myself. That I would not be able to speak Japanese in a way that was acceptable to people and still be true to myself. So it's asking the mainstream to bend to a minority. This is not going without resistance. That is a perspective. It's rice and water.
寿司と水ください。寿司と水ください。寿司と水ください。
お茶と寿司です。お茶と寿司です。
ご飯と寿司ください。ご飯と寿司。ご飯と寿司ください。ください。
寿司です。
This goes at the end, but it's goes at the beginning in English.
ご飯とお茶ください。と、お茶ください。
So when I hear this sentence, just like in English, when native speakers run words together, I hear the o of to and the o of ocha right next to each other, as if it was a long o in the same word. And that's just like what happens when a native English speaker speaks English. But of course, these things are kind of shocking and difficult to the ear when you're just beginning to learn something. But I'm hearing that and I'm like voicing it out loud because I'm trying to make myself extra aware of it and how it sounds and how it looks and how those compare with each other. Okay. So at this point, technically, I've finished that lesson. And usually, I don't go ahead and do this part of the last wrap up of the lesson in the same session because I feel it's more helpful to my learning process in the way my brain works. And I think this probably is something that applies to just about everyone in that I find it helpful to take a break from it and come back to it and do that. Like if I were to continue within the same language, I would go on to the next lesson rather than doing this wrap up of this lesson because this is kind of like the final polish of it. And if I wait a little bit and come back, it gives me a chance to recall. And free recall is a really important part of moving things from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. So I'm not going to start this part here. I'm going to click no thanks. And I think it might be a good time for us to choose another language. And let's go back. Let's see, the ones that I have, on my list currently, Japanese, Swedish, Spanish, German, French, Esperanto, Latin, and Russian are the ones I've started. So let's do another poll, and I'm gonna struggle through this menu here. I'm gonna put up, been playing around with Italian, which has been fun. I believe it, Pauline. That's very neat. So I'm gonna throw these ones onto the poll unless you all have suggestions. Pauline has mentioned Italian, so we could. Hello, thank you for your follow, Mr. Popo. I am doing a little bit of Duolingo today and currently taking chat suggestions for which language I should switch to. I'm going to put up a poll, and it could either be full of chat suggestions or it could be full of these languages that I have tried in the past on Duolingo because I just did one that was brand new to me. So I'd like to do, I'd like to consider an opportunity. Welsh says Threobologus. Okay, so we've got 2 suggestions from the chat. If I can get a couple more suggestions from the chat, we'll put up a poll with chat suggestions. Otherwise, I'm going to put up a poll with some of these that I've done before. So throw some suggestions in the chat if you, how about if I show you what the options are? That would be real helpful of me. Let's see. These are some of the options. And in a moment, I will scroll down and show you some more of the options. I was about to recommend Esperanto because I recommend it every time a Duolingo streamer asks for a language suggestion, but then I was like, oh, right. Well, that doesn't mean I can't play around and do a few lessons. I was one of the people working on the Esperanto course, so it's going to be more for you all to see rather than for me. But that's still something that we could do today. I haven't made everything gold in my Esperanto tree because, I could someday do an Esperanto Duolingo speedrun. That could be a fun thing to do, but I'm really bad at doing a speed run while I'm chatting with chat. So I think if I did that, I would have to do it for a YouTube video rather than for a Twitch stream. Let's see, our middle ones are here. I think that's everything. Okay, so we've got Italian, Welsh, Esperanto as suggestions from chat. Do we have one more suggestion from chat? Otherwise, I'll put up the ones that I've already got with check marks in this account. Wait, so what you're saying is the Duo Bird is everybody's boss. It's just not everybody knows it yet. Yeah. I mean, the Duo Bird is pretty good at that, right? Dutch. Okay. Let's put up a poll. I know who to come to talk about green sheep. All right. What language? Next, we have Dutch, Italian, Esperanto. What was the other one, you guys? Dutch, Italian, Esperanto, Welsh. We're going to do a 2-minute poll. There we are. Poll is up. Feel free to vote. One vote for Esperanto right off the bat, and Italian is tying it up. We're now 2-2. Italian and Esperanto. Welsh is on the board with 1 vote. Dutch is in last place with 0% of the votes. We are off to a really quick start with 6 votes on the board, 3 for Italian, 2 for Esperanto, and 1 for Welsh. Dutch is still in last place with 0%. Italian now has 50% of the vote with 4 votes. And we are not even halfway through with our 2-minute poll. My goodness, you guys are on top of it today. I appreciate you all so much. I love it. I love hearing what chat has to say, what y'all want to do. Lounge at Leaflet, having a dance party. Oh my gosh, is this your dog? Is this your dog, you two? That's the cutest little emote. And some rugrats. It's turning into a dance party. We are rounding the corner towards the end of our 2-minute poll. We haven't had any votes going up in the last minute, and so it's looking like Italian may very well clinch it here. Italian's well over half of the vote at this point, and I don't see any more votes coming in, so I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to be looking at Italian for the first time ever on Duolingo. This is such an exciting day. 2 brand new languages. Oh, somebody else jumped on the train for Italian. We've got 63% Italian with 5 votes and seconds left in the poll, and Italian takes the win. All right, here we go. Where are you, Italian? It's going to be at the top, isn't it? Yes. Okay. 10 million learners. My goodness. A 5-people team. Wow. That's something else. Spoken by over 70 million people, Italian will help you navigate the streets of Rome on your next big trip abroad. Italian is the archetypical Romance language and a great starting point to learn other languages derived from Latin. So, the very first language that I started to learn was Latin. I had 1 semester of Latin when I was in grade school. It was like just 12 weeks. And I had so much fun, and I wished it would have kept going, but it didn't. After that, I started learning Esperanto, and then I put it aside and I got interested in other languages. I started learning Middle English, and then I got into language courses at school that were like all year round. And I studied both Spanish and French. So I've had some Romance languages and a little bit of Latin. I've done barely any Latin at all in Duolingo. I just kind of looked at it. 4 years of Latin in school. That is wonderful. So I haven't really had very much Latin, but I've had a lot of Spanish. So I think that's where my advantage with Italian is going to be. Just a little bit on my own, Pauline, and I was like 11 or 12. And I had an advisor at the time whose name you might recognize. It was Duncan Charters. I don't know. You might know that name. You probably know that name. All right, learning Italian for the first time, start from scratch, or already know some Italian, check your level here. I'm really torn, you guys. I don't actually know any Italian, but I think the amount of Spanish I know and a little bit of Latin might have Dunkin' Donuts. Nice. All right, I think we should get a pun bomb in the chat for Mr. Popo. I don't know which one to pick, you guys. Do you think you have any feelings about this? For years 7 to 10, I could choose between Latin and French for a second language. I chose this because I didn't like most of the other kids who chose French. Little did I know. Latin, I think, I mean, it used to be that everybody who got all the way through high school learned Latin or Greek or Latin and Greek. But that was, let's say 100 years ago or more. It used to be normal to study an ancient language and a modern language, or just an ancient language if you didn't study 2 languages. If I were you, I would pick I already know because I think you're smart. Well, that's very flattering of you. It's very useful for understanding all the science stuff. Yes, there are so many science things. And the other thing that my Latin has helped me with is with Esperanto, if I don't know the word for a plant, I just have to think, what's the name for that plant in Latin? And then I can make a very educated guess as to what the name for that plant is in Esperanto. And that has helped me a lot. So we have 1 vote for already know some Italian. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? It's going to give me a test and it might tell me you actually know 0 Italian, and then it'll start me out right here. And that's okay. So let's see what happens. This could be fun. Let's assess your level. This short test is a simple and accurate way to make sure you start from the right place.
Prego.
Okay.
Ciao.
Prego. Ciao.
Prego. Ciao.
Prego. Ciao. I think that means thank you and goodbye. You're welcome and goodbye. Okay. Prego means you're welcome.
Prego. Ciao.
You're welcome. Bye.
Tu sei, io sono.
You are, I am. That's clear. I don't have to even look at my options. You are, I am. You are welcome. Prego.
Prego.
Lily. welcome. Bye. Haven't we done this already? How is this a test when you've asked me this the third time in a row? It's more like a lesson than a test.
Il cuoco ha la crema al cioccolato.
He or they, something, has the chocolate cream. Okay, let's see. Oh, what's cuoco? The cook has chocolate cream. We're going to guess that cuoco means cook. All right. I cut the apple. Io
Io
taglio. It sounds cool when they both end in an O, so I'm going to guess that. How did you say it?
taglio.
Taglio. No, it's a silent G. Taglio la mela.
Mela.
Oh, I guessed right. Are they yours? Sono vostre?
Vostre.
Nah. Don't know. It's probably sono vostre. Sono seems like a verb, and vostre seems like yours. Okay.
La gioielleria.
The jewelry. Gotta be. I mean, listen to it.
La gioielleria.
That's not a sandal, right, guys? Okay. 8 in a row. Woo!
Lui mangia l'aglio.
He eats garlic. Taglio ending, just like hablo in Spanish. Okay, yeah, maybe that's why I guessed the O ending. I guessed it, I thought I was guessing it because it matched the io ending, but maybe it was because I knew that in Spanish the O ending is for when I do something. Okay, the cats eat fish. Gatti. I gatti. I mean, the fact that this is capitalized makes me think it goes at the beginning of the sentence. I gatti mangiano.
Mangiano.
Mangiano. Mangiano.
Mangiano.
Mangiano pesche.
Pesce.
Pesce. Pesce. Okay. So I'm in a bad place to start doing this right now because clearly I do not know how to pronounce what I'm looking at. And that's not a good thing. I really should start with a pronunciation guide. However, like I was saying earlier, pronunciation guides that give a word in my language as an example and the International Phonetic Alphabet spelling of it are not helpful for me very much. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not very much. And sometimes they can really lead you astray. And what is really helpful for me is a diagram of how far forward or back in the oral cavity the sound is resonating and what the shape of the lips is doing and where the tongue is placed and how, etc. I'm going to try and get through this test before we hit another ad break. I think I can do it if I don't talk too much. All right. I gatti mangiano pesce.
Cucino il pesce col sale.
Cucino il pesce col sale. I cook the fish, just fish, with salt. Maybe il pesce is fish and not the fish. Cucino might be short for il cucino. Sounds like a combination of Spanish and Portuguese. Do you speak Spanish or Portuguese? Spanish and Portuguese? I studied Spanish for 5-6 years. And I have not studied Portuguese, but it's on my list to It's a language I would love to learn.
Dov'è papà?
Where is Dad?
Chi è il suo avvocato?
Oh, it's not an avocado, it's a lawyer. Chi? Say
Chi
it.
è il suo avvocato?
Chi? I think I'm hearing chi è su avocado, but I don't see
Suo.
an option for that
Avvocato.
sound.
Chi è il suo avvocato? Chi è il suo avvocato?
Here it is, right there. Let's listen again.
Chi è il suo avvocato?
I think it means, who is your lawyer? Who is his lawyer? Okay. Esperanto, Spanish, Italian, Brazilian, Portuguese, and Vietnamese. Ooh, fascinating. And Mr. Popo is studying Spanish. I love it. A very useful language. L'azul è un miglio. I don't know what a miglio is, but it must be a spider. The zoo è un miglio. Something, 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 a spider. The zoo, I need a verb, and the only verb I see is, and the zoo is not a spider. I'm so confused. Okay, it's not a spider. It's a mile away. The zoo does not have a spider. The zoo is a mile away. My logic brain finally kicked in. Let's check it. Excellent. Can somebody clip that? Tux, hello, my friend. I'm glad they let you drag the words around now on the website. It's so good, isn't it? That really helped me with the sentences ending in des in Japanese. Io sono basso. I'm a bass. No, I'm small. I'm small. No, I'm short.
Io sono basso.
He turns the chair. Lui gira e la seggiola. In Esperanto, a chair is seggio, and it's seggiola in Italian. I like that. Oh no! What is this word? Whatever it is, it doesn't belong there. I think it might mean... Let's see, this word showed up in the sentence about the lawyer. I don't remember. Okay. Lui gira la seggiola. I complicated things too much. Just because I don't know this language doesn't mean I need to overcomplicate things. Sometimes simple answers are the right ones.
Io cambio.
I change.
Mio zio e mia zia sono dottori.
Mio zio e mia zia sono dottori. My male something and my female something are doctors. My aunt and uncle are doctors.
Mio zio e mia zia sono dottori.
Okay, so in Spanish it's tia and tio, and it's zio and zia in Italian. That's right. The e wasn't needed, yeah. All right. Hey, look at us go.
Ora faccio una torta al limone.
Oh, what?
Cambio la ricetta. Ora faccio una torta al limone.
Okay, cambio
La
la faccetta.
faccio al.
Maybe there's an al there. We'll listen again.
Cambio la ricetta. Ora faccio una torta al limone.
Ricetta.
Ricetta.
Ah.
Ricetta. Cambio la ricetta. Ora faccio una torta al limone.
I'm not sure if this al goes here or not. I'll revisit that in a moment. Sentence 2.
Cambio la ricetta. Ora faccio una torta al limone.
Ora
Ora
faccio una torta limone.
limone.
Ah,
Al.
al goes here. Let's listen slow.
Cambio la ricetta.
That's very slow.
Ora faccio una torta al Limone.
I can't believe how slow that is. Wow. I changed the recipe. Now I make a lemon cake. Ah, okay. Ora is the word I really didn't know. So lemon cake is cake al, whatever al is, limone.
I miei stivali bassi sono neri.
I miei stivali bassi sono neri. No clue. My stivali, low boots, stivali bassi are neri. I'm going to guess that means black. The zoo spider is a mile away. Thank you. Thank you, Tux. Thank you, Constellatio. That's awesome. Okay, I'm guessing my low boots are black because, because the word for black in Esperanto starts with an N.
I colori cambiano.
I colori cambiano. The colors change.
I colori cambiano.
I think. Yay!
Gli ingegneri vanno al bar insieme.
I don't know that first word. Gli something engineers, something to something something. The engineers go to the coffee shop together. Insieme could be together, but is bar coffee shop? That would be mind-blowing. I'm going to get this wrong. Let me
Gli ingegneri vanno al bar insieme.
I really feel like insieme has to be together. I don't know why. It sounds like zusammen in German. Together. Insieme. Zusammen. Right? Oh man, I'm scared. Gonna push the button. I got it right! I can't believe it. The center. Oh man. Thank you for that vote of confidence, Mr. Popo. That gave me the courage to push the button. All right.
I poliziotti cercano una persona pericolosa.
Ah, a dangerous person. Pericolosa. You guys, I know this word because of a play that I was in that was also a film that was made from a book. What was it called? I think maybe the book and the play and the film all had different names, but it was about two women from the south of England who went, yes, petty is similar to peril. Very good, Vanege. Thank you. That's a good comment. I hadn't thought of it that way. These two women from the south of England went on a vacation together, two friends, to Italy. And they rented a house, a villa in Italy. And they were having some problems in their marriages, and eventually their husbands came to join them in Italy. And there were some hilarious things that happened, but the Italian housekeeper was trying to explain that the hot water heater was very touchy, and you had to be very careful with it, or it would explode. And so she was saying, bagno pericolosa, bagno buma, and the dude did not understand. And then at some point off screen, off stage, you hear this big explosion, and he comes out all covered in soot, and you have an understanding suddenly of what the word pericoloso means. And so that word pericoloso is etched into my memory because of that play that I was in. All right, the policeman captured, searched for a dangerous person. The police, cercano maybe is searched for a dangerous person. I gotta get through this before our ad. It's coming in a minute, I think. Approximately, we look for the sixth horse. Cerchiamo il sesto cavallo. Okay. Oh, we did it. How did I do? Kapow! Yes, exactly. Oh, Tribalogist Barista Bar. Of course. Man, my brain is just chewing on that. All right, we got 100 XP, and I'm a star student, but I'm starting from section 1 of rookie. I'm a star student, but a rookie. It's fair. I am a rookie. Time to practice speaking. We're going to do this next lesson after our ad break. I'm going to take a stretch, a little walk around. It's a great time to get a beverage or a snack or stretch your muscles or step outside into the fresh air for a moment. Oh, is Kaliu here? Kaliu, hello. You guys, you got to meet Kaliu. He is amazing. He is a voice actor. He streams in Spanish, English, Esperanto, and I love his streams because when he does a story, he does a lot of cute, fun, emotion-filled story-based games, and he does the voice acting for all of the roles and everything. Do you have Super Duolingo? No. I've been trying to wrangle people for the family plan. I don't have Super Duolingo. No. And that's why I didn't succeed at getting top of the diamond when I wanted to so badly. All right, so we're going to have a break for ads in just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and stretch myself a little bit and come back to do this speaking practice when we get back. I'm excited for it. That was so much fun, taking a test in a language I've never studied and getting some answers right because of Esperanto and Latin and Spanish and all of that good stuff. So I will see you at the end of the break. We're going BRB screen. Here we go. Hello, I'm back. Okay, you know what? I am really, really hungry. So I'm not going to make it through the next hour without having a snack. I've got this keto bar. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag sponsor me, please. These are the best. I just absolutely love these. So I'm going to have a couple little bites. And that's something I hate doing on stream, but I was running around taking care of a couple of things while I was on break, so I didn't snack myself while I was on break. But can't do a pronunciation lesson while I'm eating. So gotta eat a bite and then do a lesson. Kiel mi spertis halovenon? Momenton, mi revenas. Saluton. Mi revenis. Mi ne vestis min por haloveno, sed mi faris ĉu videblos bone? Ne videblas bone. Jen, mi faris ungojn. Ne videblas bone. Do, ili estas nigraj kun rebriletaĵetoj. So I didn't dress up for Halloween. I just did a manicure. Nobody came and asked for candy. I don't live in that kind of neighborhood anymore. When I was a child, I lived in the suburbs where we had regularly between 500 and 600, sometimes between 600 and 700 trick-or-treaters. So there was one year where we had significantly more than we had the year before, and we actually had to make an emergency run for candy and go to the store and come home again to keep our house safe from toilet paper and eggs, because it was tradition at that time. If you were a teenager and had nothing better to do, to go throw toilet paper into people's trees and get it wet so that it would be hard to clean up, or to throw eggs at people's houses. Trunk or treats are really popular now. I've seen some of those in the area, but also I think people still are doing house-to-house trick-or-treating. But let me tell you, my neighborhood is not the kind of neighborhood where anybody from outside of the neighborhood would ever think to come to get candy. It just wouldn't happen. It's not going to happen. And it's a small neighborhood, and I don't actually know for facts that we have children living in the neighborhood. If we do, they're so quiet and they don't play outside. 40 to 50 kids, that's wonderful. That's just about perfect. That's low stress. It's fun. You get to appreciate all their costumes and not rush them along because there's actually a line of people behind them waiting to come and get candy. And the other thing was, I think, I wasn't really aware of this when I was a child, but I think that the amount of money people wound up spending on their heating bills on that night was probably immense, because the door was open all the time when it was just masses of kids coming one after the other. Is that a lot to you or a little, Mr. Popo? You saw trick-or-treaters last night, but they didn't hit your apartment. Okay, that's fair. You get to enjoy their costumes without being out for any candy. Is a lot? Okay, well, it's all relative. I think it depends on your neighborhood and the traditions in your area, etc. It was spread over 3 or 4 hours, but it was perfect. That sounds like a wonderful evening. What about you all? Did you all dress up? Did you all take your kiddos out? Your mom greeted the kids while you were watching Claire's stream yesterday. Yeah, I enjoyed Claire's stream. Let's do a shout out for Claire, by the way. Claire Picks is just the coziest music streamer. It's not only chillax there, because there's also a lot of excitement sometimes, but she has 4 cats that are a very important part of her stream, and she makes beautiful music and sometimes beautiful messes, and it's just a great time over there. Just a very cozy community. Galahad, hello, welcome in. So good to see you. I'm going to do a pronunciation lesson in Italian that was voted on by chat. Here we go. I did a little test for those of you who came in since the break. I did a little test to see what I could get right in Italian. It was all just educated guesses based on other languages that I've studied. And so we'll see where they are actually starting us. This is a page that I don't really understand or recognize, and I don't know whether that's because I haven't seen this type of page because I usually use the app, or whether it's just been a long time since I've used Duolingo and the app has had an update, but I'm on the website today, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Is this what I'm supposed to do? No. Learn. Here we go. All right, let's scroll back. What happened? Oh, I skipped all of this. What? Okay. Section 1 using Unit 1. Use basic phrases, describe basic actions. Section 1, Unit 2. Greet people, talk about food. Section 1, Unit 3. Form the plural, talk about animals. Section 1, Unit 4, talk about food and drink, describe possessions. I'm going to need to do a review of all of these because I don't actually know any of this stuff. I was just making educated guesses. Section 1, Unit 5, discuss clothing, ask questions like dove, where is. Section 1, Unit 6, talk about the present and describe colors is where I am right now. Well, what I really want is a pronunciation lesson, and that's what they promised me. I could do an audio lesson. What do you think of the newish layout? How it's all a long line of lessons rather than previous blocky/layered structure. The way it looks so elongated is almost intimidating. It does put you on it puts you on rails. You're like in a train going down the track, and that's what you're doing. And so since they made that change, I have been appreciating, how do I skip this? I don't want to. How is it they're only giving me this button, try? I don't want to try it. Oh, that's because I have to have it to do, I have to have Duolingo to do a listening lesson. Okay, that's fine. Go back to here. Since they made that change to the whole structure being one long line, I've become a much greater appreciator of drops in combination with Duolingo, because drops gives you the freedom to choose the topic that you want to learn. Super is required for certain exercises. That's why I asked if you had super. Yeah. I don't know. I felt like they were promising me a pronunciation lesson, and that's what I really want, but I don't know how to get to that. I don't know. What should we do? Should we do like unit reviews for these things that I skipped? I think that would be the smartest thing to do, like a unit 1 review. We'll try to get unit 1 review to be legendary. I have to spend 40 XP to get this, I think, or are they promising me that I'll get 40 XP if I succeed? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, I see. I'll get 40 XP. If I succeed, I have to spend 100 gems to try it. I'll do it. I have 6,917. We'll see. Non capisco means I don't understand. Stay focused. Complete this challenge with fewer than 3 mistakes. Polyglot OpenStreetMap says Saluton, kiel vi fartas? Saluton, mi fartas bone. Mi lernas la italan hodiaŭ. La babilejo electas lingvojn por mi, kaj mi lernas la lingvojn. Drops is another great vocabulary app that allows you freedom to pick your topic, and I really like that. 12,000 gems in Duolingo Tux, that's amazing.
Io sono un ragazzo.
Io sono un ragazzo. I am a boy.
Io bevo.
Io bevo.
Bevo.
I am drinking. I drink. Okay. Yeah, in English we tend to express a lot of things with gerunds that other languages don't.
Tu mangi la mela.
You are eating the apple.
Mangi. Mangia. Mangi.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen that type of a question and answer format before. You eat the apple.
Io mangio zucchero.
I'm eating sugar. I'm eating zucchini. I'm eating sugar. I eat sugar. I bet you do, little boy.
La donna mangia la mela.
The woman eats the apple.
Mela. Mele.
Mela. Mi pensas que mi estas tek 1,000. Wow. Ĉiuj ni estas riĉuloj. Absolute. Molto bene. Como stai? I have not studied Italian before. Mi ne studis la Italan ankoraŭ. Hodiaŭ estas la unua foje. La unua fojo por mi. La donna, maybe. Lo, no. Il, no. L apostrophe. I don't know the rules, but I think la is what I'm going to go with here. There's a non-zero chance it could be L apostrophe, but since I feel more confident about la, I'm choosing that. Yay.
Tu sei. Lei è.
What was that?
Tu sei. Lei è. Sei. Lei è.
That doesn't make any sense to me at all. What does that mean?
Sei. Lei è.
I mean, I can hear but I don't know that that's what that... Okay, hang on. I have to make it the opposite shape to make it make sense to you guys. I don't know what that diacritical mark actually indicates. It's probably not a pitch accent thing because Italian doesn't have pitch accent, right? La prima volta che imparo italiano. The first time imparo, is that learning? And here I go with my American English and my gerunds again. Italian. You are polite. Oh, you are polite? Is that what this means? Okay, hey, we got a polyglot in the chat. Polyglot OpenStreetMap. Are you a streamer? Do you stream Duolingo? And also, what is the name of that game playing with Google Maps? That I forget the name of sometimes. Yes. All right. Let me follow you real quick here. Hang on. Okay. I follow. Fixed it. Oh no. Now I have to close my chat and open it again. Docs. Why is everything broken? Docs. Chat. Okay. Chat's back. Whee. Whee. Oh, that was scary. Okay, let's try it. You are, she is. Tu sei, lei è. Okay. You are, she is. I was going to say, it don't look like a sentence to me, but
Sei. Io sono.
you are, I am.
Lei.
No, that's she.
Sei.
Are. Okay. Nice job. Here's 20 XP for your hard work so far.
La donna beve.
La Donna beve. The woman drinks.
Bevi acqua.
Drink water? You drink water? Because this is capitalized, I'm going to start with it and see how that goes. Yay! It's been a while since I streamed. That's okay. We all take breaks once in a while. I certainly have on multiple occasions. That doesn't mean you aren't worth a follow, my friend. He eats bread. Lui mangia. Mangia. Pane. Or is it il pane? I think it is, but they're both correct. That's interesting. How does that work? So il might be I wish there were a button, like I see this report button. I've seen in some courses a button for like going to a discussion about it, and then I could read some other people's questions and answers about it. Tux took a break for most of October. Okay, io sono un uomo. Uno. I think it's un. It's definitely not una because uomo is man. I am a man. I'm going to say un and see how that goes. Yes! Duo used to have discussions for years. It's sad they seem to be depreciating that feature. He eats the bread, he eats bread. Both correct, slightly different meaning. But it didn't say the bread. But is il the in that case? I mean, usually Duolingo is pretty strict about the translation, like I didn't say the in English, so you shouldn't say the in Italian kind of thing. I don't know. Hamburgers, that sounds delicious. She is a girl. Lei è una ragazza. And I know that because he was a ragazzo. All right. Tu bev. Oh boy. It's either bevi or beve, and I think it's bevi. L'acqua. Yeah, I think it's bevi. Yes. He drinks. Lui beve. Lei man. It's definitely not number 2. And I think this one has to be for me, so that leaves us by process of elimination with mangia. Lei mangia il pane. Io sono... I am the man. Now, is it 3 or 2? When do we do L apostrophe in Italian? I don't know the rule. Io sono... Lo... Okay, let's just try them on for size. Io sono lo uomo. Io sono l'uomo. That sounds weird. Let's try 3 and see how it goes. Nope, it was L apostrophe. Okay, and I wish I could go to a discussion and read about why, but I can't. All right. When the next word begins with a vowel. Okay. Io sono l'uomo. That makes sense. All right. Did I pass? I did. Yay. Okay. So, I thought I got gold on this. Didn't I do that? Isn't that what we just did? I'm so confused. It was section 1, unit 1. Oh, it was this. Oh, earn legendary on every level to unlock the final trophy. I got it. Okay, so I need a bite of snack. My brain is shutting down because I'm hungry. I'm gonna just take a moment to have a bite of this food bar here. Okay. Il is the definite article. It's definitely the definite article. Il. Got it. And la is also, and lo is also a definite article. Right? And la, lo, il are all definite articles? Is that true? Thank you, Polyglot. Can I call you Polyglot? Okay. Polyglot says si to the la, lo, il, I think. 3 definite articles. Okay. La and lo are feminine and masculine. So what's il? Plural? Neuter? I doubt it. I have studied some German and Russian, so it's also masculine. So what's the difference between lo and il? And also, should we do one more lesson in Italian? Or, if I recall correctly, the form depends on context. Fair enough. I definitely see what you mean. I am A-okay with comprehending that I will comprehend that later. That's a normal part of learning a language for sure. Okay, are we having fun with Italian? Should we continue with Italian, or should we have another vote? Remember, if you want to take control of the choices with 500 bits, you can choose a language from the languages that are available in Duolingo for me to do for 20 minutes. And I will set a timer and really focus and do my best. And I don't have a good example for lo. My Spanish is better than my Italian. Same, my friend, same. All right, we are definitely coming towards the end of the stream. So we basically have time for one more go, either a little bit more Italian or another new language. But we need to make a decision quickly about what are we going to do. So what do you all think? Would you like a new language? If so, throw out suggestions in the chat. Or if you don't want it to go up for a vote, then you have that option with bits. Don't know. Ukrainian, says Polyglot OpenStreetMap. Good. Any other suggestions? That's what you're doing lately. I'm a little afraid to get confused because I have just enough Russian to be a danger to myself. And I'm assuming Ukrainian is similar enough to get me in real trouble. And I'm already always in trouble when I try and speak Russian. Always in trouble. The problem with my Russian, here's my history with Russian. When I was a senior in high school, I joined an after-school club for Russian. And we met once a week for 30 minutes, and we learned the alphabet and simple daily phrases, right? And then I went to a summer program at Middlebury University for Russian, where I had to sign a contract that I would not speak any language other than Russian. I think it was a 10-week program. Unfortunately, due to health issues, I failed out at 5 weeks, but I was fighting for top of my class with one other student. And I am almost illiterate in Russian. I can read sort of very slowly. I can sound things out barely. So that will help me with Ukrainian for sure. And then after that, I studied first year Russian in college. So I've really effectively had a tiny bit more than 1 year of Russian. But the program at Middlebury, 5 hours per day, outside of class and outside of homework time, we had headphones on, repeating baby sounds in Russian to get the phonetics right. And so when I try to speak Russian with a native speaker, sometimes for just a hot minute, they think I actually speak Russian. And then I run out of vocabulary and I run out of grammar. And all of a sudden they think I'm not a learner. I'm a very rude native speaker who just doesn't feel like talking to them anymore. And it's been a problem repeatedly in my life. Drewy TV, welcome in. Are you a streamer? I do speak Esperanto. You are a streamer. I'ma follow you. What do you stream, my friend? A name with TV on the end. I've always got to ask that question. And once again, I've got to close my chat and open that dockable window again. And why do I do this to myself? There's got to be a better way. Open chat. Okay. All right. So we've had Esperanto and Ukrainian suggested. I need another 2 suggestions to get a vote going. I do it with one more suggestion. So we want to get this vote up real quick here because I'm going to have about 20 minutes left in stream. A bit of Dutch. Okay. We've seen 3 languages mentioned. I'm just going to throw those in the poll. Oh, how about if I change out of my Esperanto keyboard? Esperanto, Ukrainian, Dutch. Okay, we're going to make it a 1-minute poll. You guys have to get in there real quick. Mi parolas Esperanton, sed mi forgesis. Estas en ordo. Ĉiuj ni forgesas aferojn. All right, poll is up. Have a look. Make your vote heard. That's like this British comedian. He has a very good French accent, but is bad at French, so French people think he's an idiot. That's exactly it. People think I'm either very unfriendly, very rude, or very much an idiot. Yeah. And which is, I mean, the third one isn't entirely untrue. If I can pronounce things, but I don't know grammar or vocabulary, that makes me basically an idiot. Okay, we have 2 votes for Ukrainian. Oh, boy. We have 1 vote for Dutch and 0 votes for Esperanto. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. If I only knew, it would be nice to find more streamers speaking Esperanto and Minecraft, amongst other stuff, on YouTube. I can point you at some people. We definitely have Esperanto speaking streamers here on Twitch. And oh, we've got a tie now for Ukrainian and Dutch. You guys gave me an out. I get to do a tiebreaker, and y'all, I'm gonna pick Dutch because I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, Dutch. We gotta add a new course. I have not done. I'm so surprised, you all. I have not done anything on any of the languages that I have ever studied on this account in Duolingo ever today. You all have had me learning new things all stream long, and I love it. All right, Dutch is where? Here it is. Learn Dutch from English. Closely linked to German and English, Dutch is the national language of the Netherlands, spoken across Europe by 28 million people. On Duolingo, you'll learn to speak like a local and impress everyone with your new language skills. I'm going to take the test because I know English and a good bit of German. So I'm just going to take the test and see what happens. A child. Or it could be a boy. Let's try a boy.
Een jongen.
I think it's probably a boy. Okay. A girl is a child.
Een meisje.
Aha. Okay. I didn't recognize it when I looked at it, but when I heard it pronounced, it sounds like the German word. Oh, thank you for that follow, Polyglot. I appreciate you so much. I did not recognize it to see it spelled, but it sounds like the German word for girl. Hello, Drew. Thank you for following. I appreciate you guys. En kind. Okay, let's hear it again. Oh no, we can't just hear it again as a sentence. Okay, we'll click check. The girl eats sugar and cheese. Het meisje. Eat suiker. Oh gosh, okay. I'm going to stop trying to pronounce things because everything is input and input always matters. And when you're very, very early in your learning process, you can mess yourself up by creating wrong input and accidentally teaching yourself wrongly. So I'm just going to listen because I obviously have no idea how to pronounce what I'm looking at. Maybe that's and.
Kaas.
Okay. Is girl neuter in Dutch the way it is in German as a grammatical gender? Elephants are animals.
Olifanten.
I'm in trouble.
Zijn. Beren. Varkens. Beren.
Well, it's one of those two words, and I don't know which. It was neither. Oh, of course! It's like German, Tier. Oh, gosh, okay. I won't forget that one again.
Je bent een snelle jongen.
Ben je een appel?
Are you an apple? What kind of a sentence is that?
Ben je een appel?
Okay, it's a Duolingo sentence is what it is. All diminutives are neutral. Neuter? Neuter. Got it.
Het kind draagt geen klompen.
Oh man, it just sounds so cool.
Het kind draagt geen klompen. Kind. Draagt. Eet. Klompen. Het kind draagt geen klompen. Het kind draagt geen klompen. Geen.
The child is not wearing clogs. Klompen, clogs. Okay. And this must be a negation. And this must be the verb. Looks like a German verb.
Ze geeft de mannen een menu. Ze geeft. Ze geeft de mannen een menu. De mannen een menu. Ze geeft de mannen een menu.
Right. The newspaper is yours.
De meisjes.
Well, this looks like book. But this might be newspaper. I'm totally lost. Nothing looks familiar here. I mean, obviously looks familiar. Van.
van,
Juli must be you. From, of you. Van Juli. Krant is newspaper. Okay. De krant is... Oh, no. I have to not say aloud what I'm seeing because I have no idea how to
Haar kaas
pronounce
is
it.
mijn kaas.
Haar kaas is mijn kaas. If I hear it, I can repeat it, but if I just see it, I should not be saying it out loud. Yet. Haar kaas is mijn kaas. Okay. Again, very Duolingo. Do the pigs eat sandwiches?
Eten. De. Aardbeien. Varkens.
Full on guessing. Okay, we don't know what this word is, but it doesn't belong here. I got the first half right, and then the next two words, varkens is pig, z, and boterhammen. Oh no, I can't say it. I didn't hear them say it. Don't say it, don't say it. The mouse is small.
De. Muis. Is. Klein.
Gotta be that. Yeah.
ik. Geef,
Maybe.
een. Boek,
I mean, lots of cognates here. Oh, good. I guessed right, but it was still very dangerous because I don't want to put wrong pronunciation into my ears. And if I say it out of my mouth, it's going in my ears.
Jullie hebben de pakken. Jullie. Hebben. De. Pakken. Jullie hebben de pakken.
You have the suits.
Ik geef het kind een appel.
I give the child an apple. Oh, that's clear. Wait, I need give. It's amazing. It's like some sentences look completely transparent and obvious to me, and other sentences are completely unintelligible. It's a very destabilizing situation. We give the dog water.
De. Geven. De. Hond. Water. Dat. Is. Een.
Okay, what's clean? I assume this means pretty. We already know this means elephant. This is probably a cat. So we've got 3 words left. We've seen this word before, but we didn't find out what it meant. It looks like messy, which is kind of the opposite of clean. Oh, no, don't say things. You don't know how these are pronounced. Let's try.
Staart. Kat.
Hmm.
Staart. Hert.
Let's hear each of
Hert.
them.
Meisje.
Oh, that's girl.
Meisje.
Okay, so it's either start or hert. Let's
Hert.
try hert
Kat.
and see.
Hert.
Get. Okay. Nope. Oh, it looks like pretty to me, so I wrote it off. All right. From our perspective, Dutch seems closest to German. From English perspective, Dutch is the closest language. What's your native language, polyglot?
mijn brood is lekker. Mijn
My bread is delicious.
brood is lekker.
My bread is tasty.
De
That's
kleine
fine.
vogels eten klein fruit.
The little birds eat small fruit. The small birds are eating. Ah. Okay, they chose the gerund for me. Small fruit. Is that it?
Ik heb
Yes.
dorst, dus ik drink water.
I'm thirsty, so I am drinking water. Again, a gerund, but it's not expressed that way, I believe. In Dutch, it looks more like I drink water, which is just what we were finding in Italian, and it's the same in Esperanto. Gerunds are very English. In Japanese, you can use the same word for beautiful and clean. Oh, they overlap. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I love that. Is it yours? We did learn that already. The sandwiches are yours.
De.
Okay, we learned this. And I should have guessed it was boterhammen. Boterhammen. Because it's a compound word and so is sandwiches. Although it really, I mean, it's not, it looks like a compound word, but it's really a place name because it was the Earl of Sandwich who invented the sandwich because he just wanted to play cards all day and he got hungry and he asked for them to bring him some meat and cheese between 2 slices of bread so that he could still play cards and not have his fingers be greasy or messy or whatever. But I still think I should have guessed this because of the look of it. The sandwiches are word, yours. Something, this and this.
Van. Jullie.
These are your sandwiches, but I need a verb. This is birds. Where's my verb? Is this a verb?
Vrouwen.
I mean, get in there. Get where you go. Okay. I'm guessing this might be the word because it looks like it has a plural verb ending on it. And I need a plural verb. So I'm just going to guess that. Nope. Okay. I did need an N ending, but it was this. Okay.
Ik draag een jas, want het is koud.
Ich trage een jas, want het is cold. I have a jacket because it's cold. I wear. Okay, yes, that makes sense. A coat because it is cold. She drinks water because she is thirsty.
Ze drinkt water.
Because it's not this. This is thirsty. Oh boy. We're going to need this and this. She and thirsty, but we need because and is. How about she has thirst? That's a very common construction for thirst. In German, ich habe Durst. I have thirst. But where's my because? Let's try this. I'm just guessing. Nope. Of course! That makes all the sense. Why didn't I think of that? I wish I could click on this and hear it. That's what I want.
Slapen.
My children sleep. The book is yours. Het boek is...
Van.
One of these.
Jou.
Let's hear them each.
Jou.
Oh, great.
Je.
They sound the same. That doesn't help me.
Jou.
Let's try this. Oh, I got lucky. I'm trying not to look for spoilers in the chat, so All right. I got the same result for Dutch, not having studied it before, but having studied, okay, sorry we're in an ad break, guys, but I'm not going to take a break. This ad break came a little sooner than I expected. I got the same result for this test, being an English native speaker and having studied German, as I got on the Italian test, having studied a little bit of Latin, a lot of Spanish, and all of the Esperanto. And I find that interesting. I think that should be equivalent because I'm not a native speaker of a Romance language, but I've studied more Romance languages than Germanic languages, but I'm a native speaker of a Germanic language. So the results came out to be the same. That's fascinating to me. So here we are. I did that thing, and I'm coming back to the Just Chatting here. We're not in an ad break. We've just gotten a warning for an ad break. That hasn't happened all stream long. We're going to have an ad break in another 8 3/4 minutes, and by then, hopefully, we will be rating out. So we're going to find a lovely candidate for a raid. Hopefully, I'm going to find somebody who is streaming Duolingo or language learning. If not, maybe I'll find an Esperanto speaker to raid. If not, we'll go from there. Find somebody who is a friend of the stream or somebody who is a musician that I want to recommend because I do stream in the music category a lot. Let's have a look here. What have we got? I see a Duolingo German stream, German learning. Of course, there's a lot of musicians, including a dear friend who's having an affiliate anniversary. That's a possibility. Do we see any Esperanto streamers on right now? No. Okay, let me open this tab and have a look at what's going on there. And this tab and have a look at what's going on there. And we might even put it up for a vote. We do that sometimes. Let's have a look here. Okay, I'm going to put this up for a vote for you all. Let's do another poll. You all have been coming through for me with voting in polls today. So we're going to try it one more time. And we're going to vote on our raid target. And I'm going to say both the name of the streamer and the category if I can fit it all. There's very small amounts, so we might have to... Okay, so I'm going to make Carissa the Cyberbard short and just say Carissa music and affiliate of verse. Nope, we don't have. We're going to say music celebration because it's her anniversary. No, we don't even have room for that. Okay, we're going to figure out how to type all that. Here we go, like that. And then our other option here is Mittens. Who is learning German on Duolingo. We're going to do a 1-minute poll, you all. Mi pensas ke mi provos tion kion vi faris kun la kimra lingvo bonege. Ĉu vi tuj elsendos je tio, Galahad? Kaj ĉu vi tuj elsendos? Ĉu vi tuj elsendos? Mi postsekvas vin ĉiuokaze. Okaze ke? Mi esperas ke vi ja faros tion. Okay, I got to close and reopen my chat again. Come on, OBS, help me out here. Roll me a bone. All right, we got a super short poll going on. It is almost over, and hardly anybody has voted yet. So it's up to you all. And if not, I will make my own decision where we're going. Ne multe da tempo. Yes, we are almost. Oh, you don't have a lot of time to stream. It's okay. You're still worth a follow, my friend. If you ever decide to stream, I really am looking forward to seeing what you all do. So we've got 3 votes for Carissa. Crossover Carissa is a amazing music streamer who also does vocal coaching, and I have worked with her. She has helped me in a variety of situations where I felt like I had a lot on the line, and she put me into my power and into a place of really solid confidence based in technique. So I can't say enough good things about her, and I'm really excited that we're going to be rating her right now. I'm going to type the raid queue here. She's recently rebranded as Carissa the Cyberbard, which I love because she does all of the things, all of the genres, all of the everything. Here we go. This is excellent. All right. We are going to get there before the next ad break, which makes me very happy. The ad breaks exist to force me to get up and walk around. It's very good for me as a streamer, and I appreciate you all putting up with some ads in order for me to be pushed into. You would think that as a streamer, I could take responsibility for myself and make myself take a break when I need to. I can't do that, evidently. I have proved over the years that I've been streaming that I can't do that. So, oh my goodness, look at how many of you are in the chopper ready to go and see Carissa. We're going to go to our ending screen. Thank you so much to all of you lurkers, for all of you voters in the chat and commenters, and especially to my lovely mods. Constellatio, thank you so much for your help. And we are heading out on a raid. Here we go.